Well, the best tool that we have as a central bank, given the speed and the scale of inflation that we have to fight, the best tool that we can use is interest rates. So we had to move fast. We moved from what was negative rate. When I started the job in November 2019, interest rates was at minus 0.5. We say minus 50 basis points. Whenever you see basis points, people are trying to impress upon you that they're very knowledgeable. It's 0.5, okay? If you want to show off, you say 50 basis points, but it's minus 0.5. We went from that to plus 3%. So 350 basis points in very short order, simply because we had a lot of ground to cover in order to reduce that inflation. It is beginning to work. We just received new numbers. And for Italy, for instance, what we call headline inflation, which is the basket of all the goods and services that you use on a daily basis, including energy, including food and everything else, that number is down to 6.9%. Okay? Now, of course, we have to do a really subtle and sophisticated analysis of those numbers. And we try to dissect within that basket how much is durable, how much is subject to variation and volatility, how much is very volatile, like energy prices, as we saw, or food prices, as we know. And then we try to understand what is service-related, what are the services exposed to energy, what are the services exposed to labor costs, to really understand the sources of price increases and to try to measure how much ground we need to cover. So there is a common word that maybe you have heard. Who has heard about core inflation? Not too many. So I'll explain. So inflation is measured by an index which includes all those things, food, energy, the cost of your iPhone, all sorts of services. And to try to really understand what is sort of long-standing, durable, eventually sticky, we take out energy because it moves a lot. We take out food because it varies a lot as well. So when you hear core inflation, it's the basket, less the energy, less the food. It's the rest. And that part of those services and those goods that you purchase, that part is still significantly too high. And it has gone from 5.6 to 5.7 in Italy. Numbers are different for the euro area, but I'm talking here about the Italian number. So we know that we have ground to cover. But we also know that there is a lot of uncertainty because of all the things that I've explained to you earlier on. Geopolitics changes, the financial tensions that we have observed on the markets recently, all that creates this sort of fog around our numbers. And we really need to apply all our economic brain power, and there's plenty of that at the ECB. We have to apply all that brain power to really appreciate what impact all this will have, naturally, to determine what we should calibrate in order to lower prices.